Record. How you guys doing?
We're here.
Yeah,
Well, good in Western
That's
North Carolina.
there's that snake picture Kent sent me
Oh
last week.
Yeah, that's
my
good.
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were the days, huh, Snake?
no kidding.
Yeah,
And you,
Yeah.
and you got a bundle of flowers too.
I don't know
That's
where
great.
that go. I don't know where that's taken.
I don't know. Kent sent that to me. He got it from, I think Kent got all those um, from Mike. And he forwarded me a bunch of stuff last week, but I didn't get them all downloaded before the meeting.
Uh,
You still got that hat? Looks cool.
you bet.
Okay. That looks like maybe a 11-gallon hat.
Oh, I still, I used to wear a lot of cowboy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big hat.
Where
That's a
You're
good one.
wearing
talking
the
about, yeah.
since you got the vest on, I guess you were close to the club.
Hey, Barry.
On the hey, there's Barry.
Hey, Barry.
Hi,
How you
Barry.
doing, Barry? How you feeling?
Yeah. Okay. I hear Bonnie now talking with Emily on the phone, so they must have called while Bonnie was driving. She got home. So,
Oh,
Probably.
yeah,
righty.
yeah. Barry, you feeling better?
Not really.
Really?
Thank you for asking, though.
You're supposed to pretend, Barry. You're supposed to say, yeah, man, I never been better.
I was afraid to ask.
What, you got the flu, Barry?
No, they don't know what's wrong with me.
So they still got some
In
antibiotics.
the
You also-
hospital for a while.
I'm on antibiotics still. My white blood cell count is way up, but they can't find any infection.
Uh,
Yeah.
what's
So
up?
they don't know. So they're giving me
Yeah.
the high-powered antibiotics.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't.
It got me weak and tired and shaking. But other than that, things are great.
Weak and tired and shaking. Okay.
Chicken not stirred, right?
Yeah.
Taking that stir. Yeah.
Thanks, Kent, for all the pictures.
I can't.
I only found those first time since 2011.
Yeah, Kent, I just posted the one that you sent last week about with Snake. So,
Snake was styling there.
yeah, yeah. Boy, I'm not sure what ranch he works on, but it must be fancy.
He's ready.
Yeah. I think even the cows wear skimmers.
Send that one to me, Barry. Or that Barry.
Yeah, I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Billy?
All right.
Yeah, that's a good picture. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what else is good, Kent? We got a bunch of your. I got all the pictures that you sent me last year. A lot of them last week. A lot of them are from the 50th. You know.
Right. That's where most of them were. Yeah, I found that file finally.
Mhm.
When I was there, I had a little computer. And I was going to carefully put everything on that, then take them on a flash drive. And I did. Then I lost the flash drive. So
Flash drive's a little.
nice
how about
theory, bad implementation.
What about the computer though? You lost that too?
Lost what?
The computer too? You said you had a little computer.
Oh
and you
no,
put
but
it-
I lost the power cord for that.
Oh.
They can still run
yeah,
on Windows XP if I find the power cord. So
Yeah. Yeah. The land of lost computer parts.
yeah.
So I hope Mike can join us. We got together, what was it, Sunday or Monday, and that's where I got a few more pictures, 3 or 4 more pictures from him. He had some dental work he had to get done. So I don't know. We texted yesterday and he said he wasn't sure when that was going to be scheduled. So I'm going to try to when I was. I'm sorry.
What did he have that has to be done?
He had to get some a tooth out, and so I don't know.
Wow.
He wasn't sure when they were going to do that. They were going to have to take him. I think he said to the hospital or something because it was pretty serious. But we were there.
How's he doing,
He
Ken?
started. Well, I don't know. He's in good spirits. I don't know how he's doing physically. We talked longer when I was there. I think it was either Sunday or Monday. Than we had before. It kind of wore him out, but he started telling stories and he got on a roll. So that was kind of fun.
That might be
A
him.
lot of
trying to-
stories I'd never heard. So I left him a little digital recorder to hopefully
Yeah.
record those.
No,
And
that's another Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Mike
Hey,
Gentry.
guys.
Hey, Mike.
How y'all doing?
We're
Man,
good.
Bye.
you need to get a wide angle lens. We can't get your whole beard in.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do, you know. I'm trying to keep up. I'm trying to keep up with the snake.
Yeah, you can't sit too close to each other. Your beards are going to get tangled there.
Oh, well, Barry's, you got a beard too now, huh?
A little bit.
That's good. Hey, everybody's got. Well, sorry, Tom. Yeah.
Well, he's got a
you
mustache.
got the best mustache though. So
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
good.
Tom and I went to eat last week when they were in town, and the waitress couldn't get over his mustache. She kept talking to him about it. I think she was flirting with him. Huh?
She
Oh,
was a cute young girl.
She was. She was. She didn't say nothing about my mustache, but she was all over Tom's.
All over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick. So we're coming back the 8th, May 8th
Yeah.
to the.
you doing work or just playing?
To
Just
me?
playing this time.
No, when Tom comes back.
May 7th to the 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, our sister-in-law who has an apartment she goes up to New Hampshire for the summer, so there's an apartment, so we're going to come in and stay.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
We'll all get together for sure.
yeah, yeah.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
Get what's going on here.
Mike, y'all made it through all those tornadoes and all last week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's right.
that's good.
No problem. We had a tornado. Well, it was earlier in the year. It was about a half mile away, but it took out a couple of people's houses and but missed us completely. So we're good.
Thank goodness to that.
Hey, Mike, what town are you in?
Near Harrison, Arkansas.
Okay.
It's about an hour south of Branson and a couple hours north of Little Rock.
Yeah.
You drive a straight line.
My sister lives in Bolivar, Missouri, which is north of Springfield. So
Yep.
I pay attention to the weather. They've had a lot of close misses out of this stuff.
There's been an awful lot of tornadoes this year. Yes.
Yeah.
They're heavy. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And you guys down in New Orleans made it okay. I heard you had a couple of tornadoes too.
Yeah, they had one that hit not too far from my house, like in well, if you could off of I-20, but that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
and it really hit Mississippi bad though. It hit up around Tylertown, I think.
Yeah, Tylertown got it bad. They've just had a big line of it going through northwestern Louisiana up through Arkansas and Memphis and all that area, just pounded in Kentucky. They've had a lot of just days after days of the severe stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we got-
the thing about
when the
tornadoes
big-
is they don't get any warning.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Last week when that big line of thunderstorms came through, we got quite a bit of rain. Our creek came up about 10 or 12 feet.
Wow.
Lord.
But Barry knows what I'm talking about. It didn't come into our yard, but the creek came up and rained solid for 2 or 3 days, and it was bad, man. Yeah. Anyway, we're good. We're good.
Good.
All right.
Well, I'm pretty glad we had 70 degrees, and it's supposed to. The front's coming through right now. The wind's up, and we're supposed to get snow tonight. 70-degree high tomorrow, 75 today, and high tomorrow 33. So,
Right.
but I'll take that over tornadoes.
Yeah. Amen.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
That's what I'm saying. Like a hurricane, you have enough time to get out the way, but these tornadoes, when they come through, you know,
Pop up. Yeah, they just.
Yeah.
Well, at least our snow won't last long. The
That's true.
ground's warm.
Yeah, that's the good news. It may not even accumulate because it's been so warm. It's been, we were near 80 last week. So
We're 75 right now.
yeah.
Wow.
Well, I live in Westminster, and you're south, right, Snake? It's already it's cloudy here. 15 minutes ago it was sunny
I'm
and
in
quiet.
Lakewood.
Now it's cloudy and windy.
I'm in Lakewood, right off Wadsworth.
Yeah. So
Guess what? In New Orleans, it's 80 degrees right now.
Yeah.
80 degrees. That's good.
Gonna be
That's
about
great.
83, 84 tomorrow. Yeah. Great.
63 up here, but it's nice.
I can't believe it. 75 now and snow tomorrow.
That's
I remember back in 1962, it snowed the day after my high school graduation in Denver.
wow.
Yeah, going down Sheridan Boulevard,
Yeah.
you couldn't see Sloan's Lake because of snowing so hard. You've been there. Snake's been there. Wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Back after
Hey, but
high
our
school.
humidity is only 18% too, so that makes it feel nice.
Oh, wow.
I had to brag about that.
After high
Comes
school,
Emily.
I worked for the summer in Yellowstone. 4th of July, it just snowed 2 feet. By that afternoon, we were back in shorts. It's just unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Emily.
You know?
Good to see you. Hey, Kim.
Yeah. Again,
Hey, hey, Kim.
What's up, kid? I missed last week. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Hey, Kim.
Emily, thanks for the nice get well card you sent me. I appreciate that.
Oh, good. You're back and all well and happy and whatever.
Well, not really, but I'm back.
That's good. That's really good. I have a guest, I think. I think she's coming.
Oh, good.
It's
It's Joel's daughter.
yeah.
Good.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
She's over in the library. But she's coming back soon. But we might have to leave a little early because we're having dinner with my family, my kids and grandkids.
oh, okay.
So just check out.
Well, give us our best to August Lamb.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, tell Brian same
In
thing.
person.
Brian, but does she prefer August or Brian?
Either one.
Okay.
To people, I call her Brian and I always will. And that's fine with her.
I'm sorry, just to get started, this is a little bit of levity about something that's been in the news lately. Cajun a day tariff.
Yeah.
Cancel tariff if I eat more crawfish.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway,
For sure.
so what are y'all? What is August in town for? I think you told me a couple weeks ago.
She's moved to New York now because she's writing this anti-tech thing.
Oh,
And
Yeah, the last thing she wrote, she was flat in London and was moving back to Paris, or was that ancient history? It's hard to tell.
we never know from day to day. We just never know.
I just got a new newsletter from her, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't comment on what is in it. But she's just written something recently. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You'll enjoy it.
Paris.
Here she is right now in person. Hallelujah. Come on. We're just talking about you. Hello.
Hey,
hey, Brian.
Hello.
Welcome.
We're your fan club.
yeah, we got your newsletter. We enjoy it.
And we were just talking about your latest release yesterday that I got. Yeah. So she said you were moving to New York. Emily said you're moving to New York, and I said, well, from the release, it sounded like she had a flat in London and was going to Paris. So,
No, the essay was about why I'm not going to Paris.
oh,
That's right.
was it about an experience you had in Paris previously, or?
It was about going to Paris and trying to get funding to live there and do this project, and then failing to get funding, and then coming to New York instead. So a long and winding journey back here.
Wow. Going from one expensive city to another.
yeah.
Well, I think New York is even more expensive than London because you don't even get healthcare here.
That's true. It's true.
So August, I remember you came to see me play in New Orleans with your dad. I remember you requesting the song Body and Soul. You remember that?
Oh, I don't remember. That's funny. That's one of my favorite songs. So that
Yeah,
makes.
that's the song you requested.
What was that?
Oh, yeah,
Was
so-
at Arno's on Bourbon Street, New Orleans.
That must have been years ago. What?
Yeah, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Okay.
5
Wow.
years maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barry said that you ended up busking on the street after that.
I did. Yeah. I went back and played music on the street. You can make a lot of money there because the drunk tourists will just
I did that for a long time.
yeah, very lucrative, but there's a whole system because there's so many buskers there
You
where
get your spot, the person gets there early and holds the spot and all that.
yeah, and there's kind of a hierarchy of the regulars. So
Right.
if you're like me and you don't get involved in any of that, you kind of have to go to the outskirts of the French Quarter.
Well, many of us here have made a lot of money off of drunk tourists on Bourbon Street. So.
Yes.
Well, a guy that used to work for your dad, he worked with all of us. His name was Scotty Hill.
Oh, yeah.
He was a trombone player, and he's the one that brought back what I'll call modern day busking. Back in the 70s, he was the first guy to do it. You know, it hadn't been done for years.
Uh,
He brought it back, and now they all busk.
Interesting.
Except in New Orleans, we don't call it busking. We call it playing street music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're out there busking, what if people don't have cash?
I don't know because I was playing when was this? 2014, so 10 years ago. So I think it's probably changed a lot and now people have QR codes and links and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I don't find it very charming when people have a stand with like a credit card scanner and stuff.
Really? Okay.
Really? Wow.
I've been street along it lately, I guess.
Technological.
Those are more
When we worked with your dad, it was all cash. I mean, there was no credit cards. Everything was cash.
Cash, yeah.
At all in the nightclubs.
Yeah.
We didn't take credit cards at all, did we?
No.
Yeah.
None.
Cash only.
In fact, the whole French Quarter Fest was cashless this year.
Mhm.
Really? Wow.
Jazz Fest is going to be cashless too.
oh,
So there's a chapter in your book then about technology.
Oh, I mean, I've got no shortage of material for the book about how technology has taken over the world.
It
It's funny you saying that on Zoom.
has.
I'm saying
My Zoom.
it's
is
on
my
Emily's computer. I don't have a computer.
I liked your comments about how you would still get the DTs if you couldn't run home and check all your different sources to see who commented on this, that, or the other thing too. You know?
yeah.
Well, that's why I sold my computer because it sucks you in. You can't get out of the cycle.
That's right.
Maybe you guys have better boundaries because you didn't grow up with it, but for me, it's been a constant in my life.
Well, I was working with a lady the other day in New Orleans, and her daughter came with us, and she opened up a flip phone because she says she does too much social media, and now she's trying to stop. And I thought, wow, that's just like Bryan does.
Wow, that's great to hear. That's very encouraging.
It was too.
Told her about you. Tom was doing a video for some people helping with the insurance problem down here in Louisiana, and she was going to be their IT person. But she also uses a flip phone and get on. Kind of ironic.
Hey, Mike, are you playing anymore?
No, not a bit. Haven't played. I think the last gig I played was with Barry, right before COVID. We played on Riverboat. That's the last gig I had.
Wow.
I miss it, but at the same time, nah, I'm good.
You pick it up and play it?
Yeah, every once in a while, I got to sit next to my desk by my computer. And I'll sit there and play 10, 15 minutes. And I say, okay, that's enough for today. And then that's it. Yeah, never going to get to be any good that way, I guess. But okay, I'm with it. Anyway, so you guys getting ready for summer now down there, or what?
It's 80
Pretty much.
degrees right now. It's summer already.
Yeah. It's in the 80s here.
Yeah.
80s.
Not real New Orleans summer yet, but it's that's when it's in the 80s with 80% humidity.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Toots and I are heading to the mountains here next month, so going up to Colorado for a couple of weeks. Go up and ride the train from Durango over to Silverton and back. Lived in Colorado a lot of my life and never did ride that train. It's on the bucket list, so we're gonna get that out of the way.
That's a gorgeous ride.
I'm sure it is.
It's a gorgeous ride. Yeah.
You all get up to Denver, will you?
Yeah, coming up to Denver. 1 second, I got my calendar. Hang on. And I also got my glasses here. There we go. Yeah, we're going to be up in Colorado on the 26th. Be there 26th of May until like the 1st of June. Maybe we can get together.
We'll have a beer.
How's Mike Johnson doing?
Comes on, you know.
Ken's seen him a lot lately.
He's in hospice now, Mike. He's
I heard
and yeah, he's in good spirits, but his body is wearing out, and so he's planned for he's known this has been coming, so he's planned really well. He's taking care of many details, and so I've seen him a couple times a week the last couple of weeks, and I'll go again on probably Sunday, and he runs out of breath pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And his lung function is down. I think he said around 15%, which is not very good. But I'm he's going through pictures and stuff, and he's sent a bunch of stuff over to the Rocky Mountain Museum, and he's given some pictures to me to scan that I've sent off to Billy and Tom. So I don't know what to say when it says how's somebody doing when they're in a hospice,
Yeah, really.
Which it's inevitable for all of us. I think he's, from all appearances, that he's handling it as well as it can be handled. So
yeah, because I've last few years when I've known him, he's been on oxygen.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been on oxygen
For a while, yeah.
the whole time we've been doing the Zooms.
I've been on this stuff for 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Snake, what is your diagnosis? Is it
Cancer.
COPD?
No, cancer. They took out 2/3 of my lung.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I had surgery on the right side, so I only got one lung on the right side, or one lobe.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Well, I didn't know that. Man. You sound like you're doing good.
Well, I haven't got much stamina, but what I got's okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Mike, give me your email address so we can coordinate it.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a pen?
Yeah.
It's AR Banjo Man 1.
Just a minute.
And 1 is the number 1, not letters. AR Banjo Man 1 at gmail.com.
All right. And let me give you mine real quick.
Okay. I haven't got anything to do. Why don't you just shoot me an email with it when you get a chance.
I
I haven't got
will.
anything to write with here.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
There's
Mike on and rehearsing for
Some
the
pictures we got from Mike.
yeah.
Are these the people from Denver?
No.
No, that's washboard players.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's part of the Carnegie Hall dress rehearsal, I think, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Rehearsal.
Is that Carnegie?
Yeah.
We think so.
When y'all rehearsing
Yeah.
for the night.
Peter B. Mike. Wow.
It's in a little pink box.
Well, we got a lot of pictures here.
Well, here's a good one of Joel at Carnegie. It must have been for bows, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Yes.
Jeff, Mike.
Yeah, I can't make out. I didn't meet that lady who sang for a while. Did she ever sing in the clubs?
Ruth Cruz.
Ruth Cruz.
She was in and out of various clubs over time. Yeah.
She worked in Red Garter up in Wildwood for a long time.
Okay.
Then came down to Orlando, worked with Rosie O'Grady's.
Yeah, I remember seeing her there too. Yeah, you're right.
That was fantastic getting that whole thing together.
Rosie O'Grady's thing?
No, it's talking about the fifth
Or Carnegie Hall, yeah.
thing. It was amazing.
Hard to believe that was 2011.
Yeah. My claim to fame,
It seems like last week, doesn't
It does.
it?
It does.
I remember working with Joel and Neil DeFeo and a couple of others putting that thing together, and every time he come up with some cockamamie idea, I said, Joel, that's crazy. We can't do it. But then he did it anyway.
Yeah.
And it was quite an exercise.
yeah.
Quite an exercise.
Well, Bryan, I had promised a long time ago, I had sent you an email that I have a lot of clips of your dad and us talking about him. And one day I really will put them together and put them in a folder.
Yeah.
It's kind of, a lot of these things are a bit rambling, but I'll digest it for you so you don't have to watch many hours to get it.
There it is, Murderer's Row.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
That sound was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
You know, part of the thing, and people don't remember this, but we had the chairs before the performance. Had all the chairs out on the stage. Of course, we're going to sit down, and when we took stage for the performance, we got a 5-minute standing ovation from the audience before we played a note.
That's
And
right.
It's like
something.
Just like, what the hell are we doing here?
How do you follow that, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
So
really.
I don't know if you guys remember, because you were on stage, you musicians, but there were people in the crowd where, because us common folk were just out in the crowd, who were crying because it brought back such incredible memories of the fun that they had going to the clubs. It was a heartwarming, I don't have the words, but it was just extraordinary. There were people who were, the smiles and there were tears of joy. It wasn't sadness,
Wow.
it was joy. So you guys, if you don't know how much people enjoyed the joy you brought to them, it was real, and it gives me chills. I'm sitting here right now, it gives me chills just thinking about it. So thank you.
It was great.
Thank you.
But every night at the clubs was great too.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of a better job that I ever had than being a waiter at your
Ditto.
father's restaurant.
It kind of ruined you for getting a real job, huh?
Get Joel spoiled us all.
The music that we played at Carnegie Hall and played at the Mustache for years, it still works.
Definitely.
Not recently, but in the last few years, me and Barry and Gene LeBeau and Danny Rubio go and play the riverboats, excuse me, on Mississippi. People know all the words. They know everything you're going to do, and you get a standing ovation at the end of the thing, and you feel like, wow, this really does work, and these people are having a good time and happy.
But Mike, you got to tell him the average age of the rider was 82.
That's about what it takes.
Yeah.
And when, you know, Mike and those guys played at Joe Petrocelli, they played at the Bull and Bush in Denver for years. And I would go down occasionally, and I'd say the average age of the crowd was 82.
Yeah.
It was the early show, the sundowner almost, to see Blanket, you know, but it was, and they were just, it was happy. And I ran into a lady at a thrift store in my house called Global Thrift. And the manager of that store, we were talking one day, and she said, well, what brought you to Denver? And I said, well, I came here once in 73. And I said, I worked at a place called Your Father's Mustache. She said, you mean the one on Larimer's? On the Larimer Square? Oh my God, that was the most fun I had in my life. And she was a customer.
Wow.
So, you know, I don't know if that's good or bad. That's the most fun you had in your life, but it speaks well of the amount of joy. And, you know, Steve Martin used to say, you can't be depressed, listen to banjo music or playing the banjo. And I've said more than once, I think world peace is more banjo music, but
Wow.
it's not yet become a movement.
Yeah. You know, you reminded me of one of the previous reunions we had up in New Haven, the first one, 87.
Oh yeah.
And we went into the theater, we had dinner, etc. That one right there. But right previous to that, Joel had been showing slides and movie and tape and movie and music, etc. And then he says, and now the star of the show, Your Father's Mustache, and the curtains come open like this. And everybody, I know I was crying. I don't know about anybody else was, but I was. Amazing. So, and then we got up there and recreated what you see in this picture.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I see. Well, there's Mike Johnson all the way to the left, and Little Ira, Mike Gentry, Barry, Buzzy
Codwell,
Chris.
Yeah.
I guess show up today, huh? Chris. And
That's Chris being obscured by Joel's banjo. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Peter in the far back with the black mustache, I guess. And that was I'm sorry I missed that one. I was doing the shows back then, and when Barry called me about it, I couldn't get away.
Yeah.
You know, that was a different experience than going to New York because there wasn't a Carnegie Hall involved in that one. That was just there was a little club the first night, then there was the out on the sound or out near the ocean with the tents and the band playing. And I remember the ice cream. He had the guys who had the ice cream bars. I mean, it was a huge time. And then it was this event. This was like the culmination, and then the next day was a brunch over in Connecticut. And it was just that was an astounding time in a different way than Carnegie Hall was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Both equal. Neither one was better. They were just different.
And Kent, we all were still a little bit young.
I've heard a rumor of that, Barry.
Yeah, your livers were about the same age, but you were younger then. No, but we were talking earlier. In fact, Tom and I mentioned it before. I think I learned more about living and what I did after that, working at the 4 years I worked at the Mustache, than I did when I was in college. You know, dealing with just the experience, all that, just amazing. You know.
Well, Bryan, since you're here, I've got your dad on a video, and I'm going to try to make it work. So give me just a second.
I think Mike Johnson's getting in. Okay. Or is Joel? Okay.
Hold on.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Yeah.
Is my picture coming up?
I can't see it.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike.
How'd the dental work go?
Oh, it hasn't yet. I'm scheduled to be taken to a hospital on Monday and have it done there.
Oh,
So in the meantime, it's just a little tender cutting into my tongue. It feels like, you know how it feels when you bite your tongue while you're eating.
Yeah.
And it feels like that. So it's going to be a few more days before I get it done. But I'm just curious if my picture's coming up on there or not.
Yeah, we can see you there. Yeah, you're here. You're there.
Okay. It's just not showing up on here. But how's everybody doing?
well,
Bryan's with us today. You know, Joel's daughter, and I was just about to try to play Joel talking about the club. So let me try. Share sound. Yell at me if it doesn't work.
Sure. I
I was at Harvard Business School, and I just graduated, and I went to the West Coast. I don't know why. I think I drove out with a friend of mine from London, and we got to the Red Garter, and I decided to talk to the owner of the Red Garter about opening a mustache, not a mustache at the time, a Red Garter at the time in Boston. I don't know why he said yes, but he did, and we talked for a while. I signed the contract, and we opened. It wasn't complicated. I played there one night. I was a waiter for one night, which was a disaster. Probably the world's worst waiter. And then I came back and we opened about a year later.
So what was it? I thought I had heard that you had written a proposal in business school about a banjo bar. Was that true?
Well, that was before. I actually I didn't write it. My roommate wrote it because we were in a course called New Enterprises, and we were supposed to write about something that we were going to start when we got out of school. And my roommate didn't have a clue what he was going to do when he got out of school, so he asked if he could borrow your father's mustache, the Red Garter at the time. So he wrote a report, and the guy said, the professor said, "This is a waste of time. I don't think this will work at all." And he was right. It worked beautifully.
Yeah.
Well, I think the professor was wrong.
Wow.
So that's you know your dad too, but that he was important to all of us, very important.
Yeah.
And he was such
And
a
we're
close
still
friend.
talking 60 years later.
One Saturday night during Mardi Gras, New Orleans, we ran out of beer. We ran out of draft beer. And you can't get into the quarter on a Saturday night, but Joel had, I think David called Schlitz, and somehow they got that truck into the quarter and we got beer.
You go pick it up down the street.
Yeah.
In the meantime, here's Joe opening warm cans of beer and dumping them into pitchers and filling them halfway full and filling them,
ice.
stirring them up and put the rest in water. And, oh,
I was back there with them. It was
because we Schlitz tall boys at the beer stand window, so we just started dumping them into pitchers with ice.
I was back there with him, with a swizzle stick, stirring the water and beer together.
Can't stop selling beer during Mardi Gras.
Right.
Mike Gentry.
56 kegs of beer that night or that day and night. I think it was so incredible because we had the
beer. Oh, it was an awful lot because we were open all day, Bill.
I think as much as the cooler and the back would hold, and that's a lot of beer. Yeah.
Hey, Mike Gentry, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Hey, Michael.
Did you get that picture of you I emailed to you yesterday or the day before from 1983?
I don't recall that.
No, it's a picture I emailed to Gentry. Mike Gentry.
Yes, I got it. I did.
Oh, good. I thought that was pretty cool. You looked a couple of days younger then.
Well, yeah, just a couple. Yeah.
Got in a bunch of pictures. I'm going through all the stuff. It was a thing we did downtown Denver at a bank under the name Glacier Jazz Band.
Yeah.
It was 1983.
Wow. Is that what that was? Let me see here.
Yep.
Well, there you are, Mike. At the rehearsal.
I'm in behind somebody there.
Okay, and I got some more here.
Well, this is the one that you opened the invitation with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the washboard players.
Jerry Sacco.
Yep.
Peter B. Danny. Mikey.
Mike, yeah. Did you find that pic, Tom?
Which picture?
You said, I thought you were looking for something.
Well, I am.
Okay.
I found another one, you know. Multiple presenters. Okay. Is that you, Snake?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
There's H.
Yeah.
I think it's Ted Turner on the banjo by Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty sure that's my washboard with the tambourine on the top of the horn by the tuba.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's more. So,
Shot I got
you
a
got any?
last reunion, New Haven.
Oh yeah.
That's when I first Miss Emily. I'm so glad we did. That Bonnie and I came up there.
So done.
Good picture.
I know the Glacier Band you talked about, Mike. I thought I downloaded it. Let me take a look while Tom's doing that.
Well, that's a band I had for a short time here in Denver in '83 and '84. Mike Gentry was living here at the time. I was part of it, and several other people.
It looks like Bill on tuba. Who's on trombone?
That's Peter on tuba.
Peter Babcock. Peter.
Veronadides.
Yeah.
Peter Brianides, yeah.
That's the New Orleans band at rehearsal.
Yeah.
Tim Shea. Fred in front.
Fred Hennix. That was a good time. My goodness.
Who's the washboard player there?
That's Dr.
Dalton.
Dalton Diamond.
Dalton Diamond.
Dalton
Yeah.
Diamond. Yeah.
Wow.
General Diamond. Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to say from just a non-musician standpoint, people forget, because you see this wonderful finished show like the next night in New York, how much rehearsal and playing and practice goes into that. So
They have no idea.
they have no idea. Yeah.
No idea. We got up there and did a show, and it looked good, and but you got to remember, we've been doing this for 50 and 60 years.
Exactly.
This one was not backstage at the reunion, but it was another show.
That's
Punta Gorda.
Watch your mouth.
Is that Punta Gorda or is that
That's Punta Gorda.
Oklahoma City?
Punta Gorda.
Okay. There's your buddy, Ed Cuneo there.
Oh yeah.
And Chris and Mike.
Dennis, me, Joe, Peter B.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, Mike.
I don't know if any of you heard the news or not, but Dennis Condrey had a stroke a few weeks ago, minor one, and he's okay. I've talked to him. He said he's having a little trouble trying to strum a banjo with his right hand, but his spirits were good when I talked to him. He said he's doing fine.
Oof.
I didn't hear that.
Hey, Ira. Glad to see
Hey
you.
guys,
Yeah, it must be
Ira,
40 minutes.
good to see Mike at our meeting. How you doing, Mike?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Good to
I'm
see you at the
doing okay.
meeting.
Well, there's two mics on here today, so I didn't know who.
No, well, Ira came on looking for you a couple weeks ago, but you had gotten off.
Right.
So
Well, I'm
Well,
here
we're
and I'm
glad you're
okay
here
so
now.
far.
There we go. Actually, share.
yeah.
Mother,
Yeah,
Jeff is sitting down behind everybody.
that's Jeff behind him, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. That might be me. I can't tell, but
You get him behind him.
it looks.
I think
No,
it's
in
you.
the purple shirt on the right. That's Jeff, right?
Oh yeah, Jeff in the behind.
Yeah.
And Jeff, I'm sitting I'm right to Jeff's right, behind. Who was that?
That's right. Sure. I was sitting next to you, and there's nobody in that chair.
And
so that must be me. Yeah.
you're standing behind trombone player, and I'm standing behind or sitting behind Peter B.
Trombone's Charlie Borneman.
Right. Tuba, I can't tell.
I can't either.
Hey, Tom
Mike-
or Bill, I
Might be-
hadn't had a haircut for several months and took some pictures of it. Did I send you pictures of me with all this hair on my face? Looked like I crawled out of a cave 100 years ago.
Yeah, I think you sent it, Mike. I think we saw it.
I think I
Yeah,
showed.
okay, if I didn't, I would send it to you again.
I think I showed that last week. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. If this is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Jeff.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Then when I had this lady come out and shave it, she took all the right side off first, so no hair on or beard on the right side, but it was all still on the left side. So it was kind of fun.
Should have got a picture like that. Yeah.
But I was trying to outdo Gentry.
No, you can't do that.
You got
No,
a
no
ways
way.
to go. You got a ways to go.
Yeah, and now I cut it off, so it'll be a longer wait.
I don't know why I've left it go this long. It's just
Why not?
because it's over well over a year now.
Yeah.
It's
the
been-
field.
I like this of you, Mike, with your.
That's a good picture.
that's
Yeah.
a great picture.
That's really good.
That's a great picture.
Somebody could steer you easy with that.
Oh, that is a great picture.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what else. Put in an Ira picture since he's here now.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
The Three Musketeers.
Yeah, I'll see Danny tomorrow at lunch. Going to Rose
Oh,
Day.
yeah. Does Julie go with you?
Julie will be there. Her husband Zen, and Danny sometimes brings Kelly with him, but she won't be there tomorrow because it's a big restaurant day in New Orleans, and she works at a restaurant. Okay, but it's yeah, we go once a month. Old theater people check each
That's
other.
nice.
Yeah.
This is just a good rehearsal picture. There's Snake.
Yeah.
There's Mike.
Yeah.
Tim.
Hey, Snake, have you been to the Rocky Mountain Music Museum yet?
No, I haven't.
Should go there. My washboard's in there, and so is Jerry Sacco's.
Where is it?
Federal and Hampton.
Okay,
Just it's RockyMountainMusicMuseum.com.
Where is that located, Mike?
It's you go west on Hampton from Santa Fe, get off at Federal,
Yep.
go left under Hampton and turn an immediate right. On Jefferson, you go back about 8 blocks, and there's a big concrete warehouse building. It's around the backside of the warehouse. He's got, you got to look it up, any of you guys. RockyMountainMusicMuseum.com is their website. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, here's another picture you sent. I don't know. I know Pete Babcock, but that's
Oh, that's, yeah. Bob Adams, Kay Wade, and Peter. The guy in the middle is kind of he's a nice enough guy from Chicago, but I think he's a little bit different, but
Not like the rest of us.
Yeah, right.
no, he was more straight than the rest of us. We're all off the wall. Hanging from our heels like bats.
hey, Mike. You said Rocky Mountain Music what?
Museum.
Rocky Mountain Museum.
Rocky Mountain Music Museum.com.
All right.
Old Dot, I remember her.
If you go over there, Snake, call him ahead of time to make an appointment because he's not always there.
Okay.
There's one. Is that when he brought Bryan with him, or was that another time?
I think that's the same time. That was at French Quarter Festival. Maybe it wasn't French Quarter when Bryan came, but
Yeah, it was French Quarter.
it was. Yeah, that's Mike Gentry and myself, along with Joel, standing in Jackson Square.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good shot.
I think we still have those shirts, Barry, don't we?
I think I got mine.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah. Okay.
you
Yeah,
know,
what
that
makes me
a
mad with my
picture of
phone.
Big Bill.
Oh, who's that, Big Bill?
Big Bill.
Yep.
Bill.
That's from 73,
Oh, there we go.
I think.
Give an
I think
idea.
it's 79.
It says 79.
Oh, okay. 79.
Little cakewalk.
Yeah, 79. Mardi Gras 79. Big Bill.
Okay, and then he and
Land at Hotel
Ellen came up to
Rockland.
Colorado a few months after that.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Bill was a lot of fun.
Wow.
I don't know who this guy is. Ken?
That's Kenny K.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that picture I took in 73 at Mardi Gras.
Yeah, 1973. Cannon-Bra, New Orleans, YFM, 1973.
Right.
Oh,
Kenny
man.
K.
Who said we didn't work hard? There was some serious business enterprise at your father's mustache in New Orleans.
We took our job seriously.
That's right.
Shit.
We had a lot of support. Sorry.
Kind of led the way with his I don't know, his playfulness, and we pretty much letting us have fun with the job. God knows Joel wouldn't wear anything like that, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I
wonder how the tips were.
I'll be there.
I don't know if I'd ask him about his tips.
Yeah.
We have one of these pictures of Joel from.
That's not too bad of a picture.
No. He's well dressed compared to some of them.
Oh, yeah. In the montage, I'm sure that I put together a while back, that was in there too. So
He wanted to be Mark Spitz.
Right.
I remember asking when I was putting it together. I remember asking Gim about a picture I had where Joel had his backside exposed with the globe.
Oh.
I got that. That's the.
I asked Gim. I said, "Do you think
I got that picture.
that in there?" He said he'd probably insist that you put that in there, so use it.
Sure.
No, I liked when that article you wrote, Bryan. It was your article about the non-drinking, and you talked about your dad and how he didn't drink, but he managed to be the life of the party anyway. So some people use that as a way to can vault into being the life of the party. He did not need any of that, you know.
Well, it's a good thing for business. More people weren't like Joel, or we wouldn't have sold near as much beer.
Right.
Before we forget, be sure send your address.
428 at 2:00.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Be sure to send your address.
Oh yeah, I will definitely mail it to you.
All right.
I'll send an email. Okay. You got something, Tom? I was just rifling through pictures.
Yeah, I was trying to find Joel and the Globe. Hold on, here's it. This is something that Sacramento. It's just a picture that Kent sent.
Mike gave that to me.
There's a guy right there in the center sitting down. He's from Argentina. And there's a young lady on his right who's from France. That was probably around 85 or 88, 9.
Yeah, it says late 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many washboards were there, Mike?
Well, the most we ever had on stage at one time was 40. And this concert may have come close to it, but this wasn't the 40 participants. And then we would always have, at Sacramento, we'd have 3 banjos, tuba, and piano, and sometimes a clarinet or trumpet sitting in, and washed up bass. And there was a clarinet player from Stockton band called Devil Mountain Jazz Band that played duck call. And he'd get up there and honk away with that duck call, doing as close to melody as he could get with it. He was pretty good.
How do you play melody on a washboard?
Huh?
How do you play a melody on a washboard?
Well, I said duck call.
Oh.
He was a clarinet player and it was duck call. So as close as you could get on a duck call, he would have been able to do it, because whatever with the clarinet, I don't know, but you could at least tell what the song was instead of just some kind of rhythm pattern is the only thing, but barely.
Here's a picture playing, and I don't know what concert this was from.
That looks like Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda. What else do we? Was that like an official reunion, or did the band just show up there, or what?
They billed it as a reunion. It was a big banjo festival.
Right.
And the organizer got in touch with Joel. Joel got us all to go down there.
Mike.
Who's the other banjo player? Only other face you can see next to Joel.
Yeah.
Huh?
I can't.
Wrong picture.
Yeah.
That one I think was Carnegie Hall because it was just the washboards.
Yeah, it was Carnegie Hall.
Did I have the wrong picture up? I'm sorry. I thought it was a picture of Joel playing the washboard. I mean,
Yeah, October 2011. It's Carnegie.
Yeah.
That one's not dated.
Kevin Weibel.
One I thought I put up, I must put the wrong one up.
Huh.
Is that? It's not Dave Weibel next to Joel, huh? Is
That's
that?
Dave Weibel. That's Danny's cousin.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you think that's Punta Garda? You said.
I don't know.
We're getting close to 5-ish.
yeah.
Here's a
Any-
good one.
Speak on Thursday. Yeah.
Next
That's
Thursday.
Carnegie.
Next Thursday.
That's Carnegie.
Yeah, that's Joel, Jim, and
Yeah.
Mike.
Huh. Oh, but that concert went by so fast, and you were thinking about so many things that you wouldn't normally think of as you were working in a club. You know, like what are we going to do next? What do these people want, etc. But it was pretty amazing to get up there and be able to play, and with all the people you've been playing with for the last 50 years, and have it sound good. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Gim was especially good.
Oh, well, I like your work. Yeah. We put you first because you would set the bar pretty high. So then we'd all have to kind of measure up.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty marvelous time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, really.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, no, it's good to see y'all again. We'll see you next Thursday. I'll try to get some video clips up too.
Oh, that would be good.
Thursday's fine. I'll be there.
Yeah.
All right.
See y'all next
Nice to
week.
see Emily.
Hey, guys.
Brian.
Good to see you.
Bryan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
It's really.
Emily, good to see you. And thanks again for that
Yeah.
gift card.
Oh, Barry, I meant to ask you how you feeling with that sepsis. Is that all taken care of?
No, it's not. I was in emergency room again. I was 3 times in emergency room.
Oh, really?
Third time they admitted me. And now the white blood cells are up. That indicates infection, but they can't find infection.
Really? Oh my.
So I got the shakes and chills and all that good stuff, but I'm hanging in there.
Well, good luck with it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, what's
Good
Mike?
to see everybody.
Find
Mike,
anything wrong to me, I'll get
We'll see you all next week.
All right,
Mike,
everyone,
make sure you're here next week.
Get well.
all right, we'll see you next week.
Take care, everyone.
Take
Bye-bye.
care, y'all. Good to see you.
bonsoir.